For the longest time, I believed wealth was only for the wealthy. That sounds obvious, right? But seriously, I thought you had to already be rich to build real wealth. That you needed six-figure salaries, family money, or huge investment accounts just to get started. So I spent years thinking I was too broke, too behind, and too underqualified to play the money game. And guess what? That belief cost me thousands. Because here's the truth no one talks about. You don't need to be rich to start building wealth. You just need to start with what you have, right now. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I did it, step by step. If you've ever felt like wealth is out of reach for people like you, hit that like button right now. Subscribe for real, honest financial content. And drop a comment below. What's one small thing you're doing to build wealth starting today? 1. I stopped trying to look rich and started acting wealthy. The biggest shift didn't happen in my bank account. It happened in my mindset. I used to waste so much money trying to look successful, buying clothes I didn't need, going out just to keep up, upgrading gadgets for no reason. But the truth is, real wealth is quiet. Fake wealth is loud. I stopped caring about what people thought, and started caring about where my money was actually going. That one shift saved me hundreds a month, and set the foundation for everything that came after. 2. I used my paycheck to create options, not just cover bills. You don't need a raise to build wealth. You need a plan for the money you already make. I took a hard look at my paycheck and said, how much of this is building my future, and how much is just recycling the past? So I started small. $25 into savings. $50 toward debt. $20 into investing. It didn't seem like much, but the consistency built momentum. And that momentum became confidence. Confidence became growth, and growth became wealth. You don't need thousands. You need intentionality. 3. I used what I had to build what I wanted. I didn't have fancy tools, finance degrees, or insider access. But I did have a basic bank account, access to free investing platforms, YouTube, yep, just like this. So I used them. I opened a free high-yield savings account. I started learning about ETFs and dollar cost averaging. I set up auto transfers, even if it was just $10 a week. No complicated spreadsheets, no private financial advisors. Just simple, repeatable actions using free resources. Wealth isn't built on luxury. It's built on systems. 4. I defined wealth on my terms. Gurus will tell you wealth means millions. But for me, it started with something much smaller, paying rent without panic. Having $1,000 in an emergency fund. Going out to dinner without checking my account balance. That was my version of wealth. And once I hit those milestones, I felt rich in ways I never had before. Eventually, I raised the bar. But only after realizing I didn't need to wait for some mythical, rich moment to start feeling secure. Real wealth is about freedom, not flashy numbers. 5. I learned to invest before I felt ready. At one point, I thought investing was for people in suits who read the Wall Street Journal. Turns out, it's for anyone with $5 and a willingness to learn. I opened a Roth IRA. I started small, with index funds and long-term plays. No hype, no day trading, no chasing the next big thing. Just boring, consistent investing. And over time, boring became beautiful, because it actually worked. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Even if it's just a few dollars a week. You don't wait until you're rich to invest. You invest to become rich. 6. I focused on building net worth, not just income. Income helps, but it's not the full picture. I know people making $10,000 a month who are broke because they spend $11,000. I shifted my focus to net worth. What I own minus what I owe. That meant paying down high-interest debt, saving steadily, avoiding lifestyle creep, tracking progress month to month, Watching my net worth grow, even slowly, was addicting. And it was proof that I was building real wealth, not just income for show. 7. I made peace with the slow path. Social media will convince you that everyone is getting rich overnight. But the truth is, most real wealth is built slowly, in silence. I stopped chasing fast money. I started playing the long game. Instead of doubling my income in 30 days, I focused on doubling my savings rate, staying out of new debt, getting 1% better with money every month. Over time, those small moves became big wins. The slow path isn't sexy, but it's sustainable. And sustainable wealth? That's the kind that lasts. Start where you are, use what you have. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to wait. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. With your next paycheck, your next decision, your next tiny move in the right direction. Because wealth isn't built on luck. It's built on intention, applied over time. So if this video gave you clarity, smash that like button to help more people find it. Subscribe for more real-world finance strategies. And drop a comment below. What's one way you're building wealth right now, no matter your income?